Welcome, my name is Patrick, and in this video I'm going to take you through my school, the completely offline school management system. So I have developed this system to help you manage your school activities with ease, and now let's go through how it works. After installing the system, it will look exactly like this. Now this is what you need to do first after installing it. Let's open it and we get started. Now, the moment you open this system, the very first thing you need to do is to create account for your school. So now, to create account, you simply need to use sign up link in the system. So you cannot log in because you don't have account created. So let's first create account, and then after we shall log in. So remember, we create accounts only once. So now let's click on create account and we get started. To create account, we need to fill this form. It is an easy form and straightforward. Some fields are optional, others are compulsory. I'm going to take you through and show you the fields that are compulsory. The fields that are compulsory cannot be skipped. If you try to skip them, this submit button will keep deactivated. You cannot use it in that situation. You fill the form until when the submit button gets blue in color. So now, what are the mandatory fields that I should fill in? The school name is mandatory. So the school name in this case is my school, secondary school. School email, my school @gmail.com. Ownership, private or government, you select. Box number, you type it as PO Box. Then type it is secondary, of course. The badge, if you don't have it, you can ignore, but if you have it, it's a good practice to put it there. Now let's choose badge. I'll choose desktop, files, and I choose my badge. Location, that is optional field, you can skip it, but let's fill it. MS number, I don't have it, I can ignore. Unipset number, I don't have it. Contact 1. The contacts 1 and 2 are very important because these contacts will be displayed on the official documents. For example, the report cards. Now let me put the contacts of the school. Contact 2. If I have one contact, it's okay. Edit teacher's name. License key. This is very compulsory, and that's where I'll get into touch. You will only get license key from me, so contact me for license key. I'm giving free license keys from now up to 5th December, so the system will be free to use from now up to 5th December. So I'm going to put in this license key just for demonstration purpose. Well, a teacher's contact. Now, admin name. Admin, the one who will be managing this system, is the one we call admin. Admin phone, the phone number we shall use to log in into the system. That's what we put there. So if you want license key, contact me on 0705 39 30 98 or WhatsApp me on 0706 48 48 28. Now, after filling in the form, we are going to submit the form and create our account. Now let's submit. Now the account will be created for our school and we shall be able to use the system. Let's go through the unique features or the important features of the school's management system. Now here, this is the side panel or side bar of our system. This is the school name. This is where we shall see the active term we are supposed to use. This is where we can use to back up the data, the students and everything in our system. This is the fees collection, the amount of fees we have collected, the uncollected fees, the amount of money we have not collected, number of teachers in the system, number of students in the system. Below here is a graphical view, a graph showing the number of students per class. Here, there will be a pie chart showing how students have been paying money. Up here in the corner is the name of the admin. Here is the button tour that if clicked will take you through some of the features of the system. Well, now let's go through what we are supposed to do first the moment we get this system. If we get the system, the very first thing we need to do is to set the active term. The active term into which we want to use the system. I'll click on active term and I'll click on drop down to select the term. I want to use term 2 and I'll set it active. So term 2 has been set as active term, if you can see. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to insert in students into the system to start entering students by clicking on students and click on view and add option. But before you do that, this is for schools that have streams in their classes. Before inserting students, when you have streams, you have to first go to classes and create those streams. For example, if you have senior 1A and senior 1B, what you need to do, you'll need to first delete this senior 1, the default class that's not having stream. You can delete it first, or you can edit it to put the stream you want. But if it does not work, we are going to delete this class first, and then we create a new class, senior 1A, and we add it. If we are having senior 1B, we are going to edit it and put senior 1B and we add it. But since we are not having streams, let me delete these classes, senior 1A. I will only remove the stream and update it. Now I'm having senior 1, 2, 3, and 4. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to students, view and I add students. If I have students in Excel file, I will import them. Remember, you should not use every type of Excel file. Excel file must either be generated from here just by exporting the Excel file. You click on export, it will be generated for you to save. And if you save it on the desktop, for example, I have saved it here on my desktop, I may open it. Where is it? I'm trying to locate it. It's saved here inside files, I think. Yeah, it's here. I can use this Excel file to enter students. So if I open it, it is opening. Let me enable editing. I can enter students' details, first name, last name, and so on, and import that file in the system. Or else I can download the Excel file from my school, the online school management system, for those who use it, and import it here. But for the fact that I don't have an Excel file at the moment, let me add in students manually. I'll go to view and add. I then click on add student. Let me add my first student as Chimera Jordan. Well, now the class is senior 1. If I have a photo for that student, I can select it, but if I don't, I ignore. Jordan is in the day. Now let me save him. He's there. Let me add another student. Kafumbe Tom. Tom is in senior 2 boarding. I don't have his photo. That's why I know about him, the name and the class and the section. I save him. Now I have 2 students in the system, and if I look at my graph, it's showing that I'm having 2 students. Now I'm not going to go into everything, but if you feel like you want to view everything about the system, you will go to my YouTube channel and search for the video My School, the online school management system, the offline school management system in Uganda. So you get everything. But in this video, I'm just going to explain a few things, the most important ones. Now, the most important thing, the next thing we need to do, we need to know about the system. We need to know this backup button, backup data. To backup data, it means to store our data such that if we get something wrong, we just revert to that data. If I click on backup data and I generate backup, there has been a folder created on my desktop or in desktop of your computer. That folder is named My School Data, My School Backups. Let's locate it. It's here. This folder will be created automatically and inside it we shall find this database file. If we look at this database file, this is what we should know about it. It has got this 3rd of July 2024. That is the date at which we have backed that file. It is 280 KB. So if we do anything wrong and we want to get this data back, the data that has been available on the day of backup or on the time of backup, we can just go here down and restore a backup. We just choose that file and then restore it to get the data that we are having. It's as if to restore to the previous step onto which we backed up that data. The next thing we need to know about view students. If I come to view, I click on any student, I can see the details, and still I can update those details by clicking on update. I can change the details if at all I can. And if I update, it will give me a room to insert more details that I did not have at the beginning. For example, the linear number, the payroll index number, the payable fees, the amount of fees is supposed to pay. But if the student is in class, maybe senior 1, you don't need to set the amount of fees is supposed to pay. You don't need to set individual student. What you need to do, you need to set them all at once. You go to fees management, fees settings, you select the class, senior 1, you select the section day, then you enter the amount of money they are supposed to pay without comma. So you update. Every student in senior 1 will be entitled to that amount. Senior 1 day. Now, if, for example, I want Chimera Jordan to pay different amount, you see assigned fees is 100, but I may want him to pay different amount from others. Maybe he's on bursary, maybe, so I may want him to pay 50,000. So I will update, and under payable fees, I will put 50, and I update. That will set Chimera aside from different from other students. Okay, now Chimera now is assigned to different pay amount. If we check, he's assigned to 50, and the balance, since he has not paid any amount, he's having a balance of 50. Now if I check on our dashboard, we shall find the uncollected fees. The fees we have not collected so far is 50 because we have set Chimera's fees as 50, yet he has not paid that. So if Chimera brings money, we shall go to capture fees. We shall find there a list of students. We click on that list. For example, Chimera Jordan has brought 20,000. Then we shall say that it has been brought for fees, and then we record the fees. So now if you can see, out of payable, Chimera is supposed to pay 50. He has paid 20. Now balance is 30. If we go back to dashboard, we can see we have collected 20. And we are having uncollected fees of 30. So that's fees management. If we go back to capture fees, we can see Chimera is being demanded 30, but we want receipt for this amount he has paid. I'll click on the name and say view payments. I can see Chimera's payments. I can save the ledger as PDF. That is the PDF I want to save, and I'll save it maybe on my desktop. And if I go back to desktop, this is where it is saved inside the files here. Chimera ledger. Now I can see that this is the PDF I have just generated for him. It is showing how he has been paying, the amount he has paid on the date, and everything about him. I may want receipt. I will come and click on date. To see receipt, that's the receipt. I can save it as PDF too. So that's the receipt. It is saved in files. Now, if I go back to files and I locate that receipt, I can print it, I can save it for future reference, but that's the receipt for that amount of money he has paid. Okay, let's proceed. That's all about this payment. So try it and you'll find it very, very important. The next thing that's unique here, it is about scores. Let's see the scores and how they are managed. Under scores, we are having more options. We are having AOI, standing for Activities of Integration, EOT, standing for End of Term. We are having two categories, O level and A level. Under A level, we are having mid and end of term. Now we are going to enter the activities of integration for these people. I'm going to enter maybe chemistry for senior 1. If I proceed, I'll get senior 1 list, all students in senior 1. Currently, I'm having Chimera. I click on the name and I enter marks. Activity 1, Chimera got 3. These marks cannot be beyond 3. If I try to put it beyond 3, it will show me score cannot be greater than 3. And it will automatically delete. Therefore, it must be on a scale of 3. Test 1, Chimera added 2.9. Test 2, Chimera added 2. The maximum number of tests you can enter per term is 5. So these tests will go in for term 2. And if you change the term, you can enter more 5. So now let's update. Now we are having Chimera in chemistry. He has got activity 1.9, activity 2. If I want to delete any mark, I just click on the X next to that mark. It will be deleted from Chimera's ledger. I can also use bulk add, whereby I can generate Excel file and fill marks or scores in that file and then import it into the system. I can change the subjects. For example, I'm in chemistry, I can change to biology and so on. Now, after entering the marks, how do we use them? How do we get the marks? You use it. Marks are used to generate report cards. If I click on report cards and I go to O-level report cards, I'll get all lists of O-level students. I'm having Chimera number, subjects with the scores. We are seeing that on Chimera's card, report card, there are 16 subjects. But one of the subjects out of 16 is having scores. Let's visit Chimera's report card. I'll click on the name and I'll see the report card. This is the one. He has got FS, formative score, under 20%. EOT is at all we can do end of term, under 80. Total, grade, and so on. Initial, this will work if we enter teachers. Now we can see the comments are automatically generated, and that's the grading scale. Now let's say in my school, I don't have literature in English. I don't want it on my report card for senior 1. So let me go back. This will take me to report card settings. Under here, I'm having a lot of settings for my report card. I can set the next term when I want the next term to begin. Active report card version, we are going to see that we are having 2 report card versions. The one that is having end of term column, and the other one that is only having activities of integration without end of term. So you just need to click there and choose the version. We are having 2 versions. Custom teachers initials, if I want teachers to be displayed under initials. End of term scale, if at all I want to write end of term, how will it be marked? Will it be marked under 80, under 100? So comments, should I put comments to be automatic? If yes, which subject should I base on in order to generate comments? That's what we call bind comments. Bind comments means, for example, I can say senior 1 comments will be generated depending on biology. If the students performs well in biology, they will get good comments. If they perform poorly, they will not get bad comments, but they will get comments that will encourage them to work harder. So that's what we call bindings. But if you don't bind, comments will be generated automatically. So allow paper balance. This will work for A-level. If you want paper balance to be implemented in your A-level report card, you will choose that. Subjects to include on report card, that's where we want in order to edit our report card for Chimera, the senior 1 report card. If I choose that, I'll get a list of subjects and I can see they are switched on. I can switch off the subject I don't want. For example, senior 1 report, I can choose the report, senior 2, senior 3, and so on. Senior 1 report, I don't want English literature. Senior 1 report, I don't want, what else do I don't want? Islamic religious education. I don't want Kiswahili on my report. But if there is any subject that I want, yet it's not here, I can go to subjects tab and add the subject there. For example, I may be wanting to add Latini. Latini, let me put it under languages, and it's for O level. I add the subject. That subject will automatically be included on the report card, but I may want it only on Senior 1 report card, but not on Senior 2. So I'll go back to report card settings. I go back to subjects to include on report. I choose Senior 2 report. I switch off Latin. So it is now on Senior 1 report, but if I don't want it, I switch it off also. Now let's go back to report card and view Chimera Jordan's report card. This is the one. English literature has been removed, and now we're having Latin. Now, if at all I see the report card is okay, the report card is okay. As you go through settings, you will continue to set your report card to satisfy your needs. For example, you may switch off automatic comments and you write them yourself. You may edit the report card title. You may say that you want in the positions of students. You may allow any numbers to be displayed. You may allow students' dates to be displayed automatically. You may allow A-level results, midterm results in the A-level report. But now, let's try to take a view of how the system generates report card. This is not the way, this is not the final product. If at all I feel the report card is okay, I don't encourage you to print it directly, but I encourage you to first save it as PDF. So PDF will be generated, and now let me save it. If I go back to my computer, now I can see I'm having Chimera S1 report card, term 2, 2024. And now, so this is now the report for Chimera. Now let's wait for it to load. My machine is a bit slow, but let's wait for report card load. We don't need data, everything works offline. So it's for report cards to be on one page. This is how it looks. Amazing. This is the school badge, the student badge. This is how he has performed. So this is the report card. I think it's good. It's good. It is very cool. Okay, now let's go back. We are having a report card of end of term and activities, but you may decide that you want a report card where there is no end of term. And in this report card, we are going to switch to report card version 2. And in this report card, we shall see only activities of integration, 5 activities. But you may say that you want only 3 activities. So you click here and choose how many activities you want. You want it 3, not 5. So you happen it. So now when we go back to report cards, we shall find Chimera Jordan's report card changed from activity 1, activity 2, activity 3. And still we can save it as PDF. So amazing. The report card is amazing. Okay, so you'll be using it. Now another thing we need to see about this, here under subjects, you can add or delete subjects. Now if you want to see the activities you have been adding, first of all, you have to click to subjects. You go to maybe chemistry and you click on that I button. It will ask you the class you want to see. You want to see senior 1, you view. So this will give you a list of students and their activities of integration for that term, active term. You can print the list, you can download it as a document, you can save it as PDF and so on. If you want for previous term, you go back. For example, if you want for term 1, you need to go back to active term and set term 1 as active. Hey, that's how it works. Then you can delete subject from the option. But remember, if you delete the subject, it will delete all scores. So it's good advice to first back up your data before you delete. Now I want to delete literature in English, so let me delete. It has been deleted successfully from my database. Well, let's go to classes. If you delete, for example, now I can see I'm having 1 student in class, senior 1. If you delete the class, it will also delete all students in that class. So make sure you first back up data before doing so. Well, you go to teachers. You can add your teachers from here, everything about them, the subjects they are supposed to teach, and the contacts. Now, let's go to documents section. Here we can get the class lists. For example, I want class list for senior 1. Maybe I want to use it for analysis. I can get the class list, the name, the ID number, the gender, and the section is attending, and at the end I get the summary. I can export as document, I can export as PDF, I can print it directly. Let's come back. Under document still, we have general mark sheet, the mark sheet showing the activities of integration by end of term. For example, I want to see the marks that have been entered for activities of integration for senior 1 in this active term. I can click on view mark sheet. It will show me that Chimera Jordan has got 2.9 and the average of 2.9. All subjects will be shown here, and all students if entered. I can export as document, I can print, I can export as PDF. So if I want to see mark sheet again for end of term, I choose end of term. I can see now there is no end of term scores. That's why I can see this. Well, let's proceed. Under documents, I have exam mark sheets. Exam mark sheets, what does this mean? Let's see. This will show us, this is where we are supposed to collect exams results. This mark sheet should be, this sheet should be present during examination period for invigilator to sign and students to sign. After marking, a teacher is supposed to put marks here and submit this sheet back to the data entrant, to the admin to enter data. That is exam mark sheet. Now about day scholars, we can get a list of day scholars only. Now under documents, we can get a list of borders, we can get a list of parent contacts. Now we can contact the developer, that's how. Here we can restore the backup that we stored. Here we can see the license, and it's telling us that we are having 1 day to expire. We can, if we at all we have another license, we can enter there and update it. But after 1 day, the system will automatically close because the license is going to expire. So thank you so much for those who have been with us in everything, the schools that have been with us, to mention but a few. Let me actually mention some of the schools that have been using our online school management system. And if I open it here, we are going to see these schools. And thank you so much to St. Charles Langa SS Rebitakuli. Thank you so much to Nankondo Bright Senior Secondary School. Thank you so much for Rambara SS. Thank you so much for Saif Almil Chilinge Islamic Secondary School. Thank you so much Chobo Secondary School. Thank you so much to Mbila Grace Christian Secondary School. Thank you so much for Wetizona School, St. Paul Citizens High School. Thank you so much. Thank you so much Chanja Modern. Thank you so much St. Luke Orthodox Secondary School. Thanks to Huda Islamic Secondary School Matete. Thanks too much St. Francis Bogia High School. Thanks so much St. Joseph Kenseka Vocational Secondary School. Thank you so much Matete College School. Thank you so much Katenga School. Thank you so much St. Patrick Secondary School Ntete. Thank you so much Nankondo Muslim Primary School. Thank you so much Rebitakuri Bright Secondary School. Thank you so much St. Basil Secondary School Katimba. St. Joseph Technical School Chitelede. Lakeside SS Gayaza. Thank you so much Chance Modern Secondary School. Thank you so much Chance Modern again has appeared on the list. Thank you so much St. Peregrine Secondary School Nakatogo. Thank you so much St. Peter's College School Chisojo. Thanks so much Chiwewa Foundation Dynamic Secondary School. Thanks to Chiringe High School. Thanks to Rebitakuli City Secondary School. Thanks to Lianton the Secondary School Kasambia. Thanks to Chance again, Chance. Okay. Thanks to Langila Secondary School. Thanks to St. Charles SS Rebitakuli. Thanks to Nakono Bright. And so all schools that have joined the online school management system, thank you so much. And all schools that wish to join us, please, the platform is open. And you can go on www.myschool.sunliseagle.com to download this offline system. I have officially released it. Thank you so much. Kasbe Patrick.